Look at, like lotion. I have been wanting to make soap with Dead Sea mud for a long time. Salt soap are beautifully hard and have a wonderful creamy foam and lather. However, some people may feel that the salt in the soap is scratching. That's why I want to try the soap called BRINE soap today. BRINE soap or SOLESEIFE. German pronounce it Seife, Zoluch, Zigfuch. It's no. That's why I'll say BRINE soap and not SOLESEIFE. In this video, it's hard to pronounce for me. Anyway, the BRINE soap is soap made with salt, but instead of adding it at trays, you mix the salt in with your lye water solution and let it salt dissolve. You can also make salt soap from seawater, but seawater contains approximately 4% salt, so you can use it for any your recipe because your soap will be a little harder, but not so much that it can be cut the next day. You see that commonly called brine soap or semen soap. But I want as much salt as possible in my soap. As you probably know, soap with high salt content doesn't lather well, so the amount of coconut oil in the recipe is increased up to 100%, maximum to 100%. In this case, you have to increase the superfat, so I increased superfat to 20%. Great video where everything is described and explained wonderfully. Have the soap artist, also Auntie Clara, also have a nice article about brine soaps on her blog. You can find everything you need in the description below the video. I don't want to go into much details, so that's the video. It's not too long. The most important thing, in my opinion, is to remember that only 26% of salts can be dissolved in water. This is my 25%. It's not much, but I think it will be great because more salt will then be pushed out by the hydroxide. Additionally, the salt will remain undissolved in the lye solution. It doesn't matter, you can use it, but the soap will no longer have a nice smooth texture because you ended up with crystals of salt. Because salt soap and soap with high proportion of coconut oil set up very quickly. Most people pour them into individual molds to avoid checking whether the soap needs to be cut, but I will be brave and I will pour the soap into the mold and will keep watching. I want my standard size of soaps. Here I have mud from Dead Sea. This is the mud from Dead Sea. It's dried, that's why it looks different. I use 1 spoon per 500 grams of oil. Also, I want to add dried goat's milk, and this is kaolin. I hope it won't be too much, but also because you know me, I want some interest in my soap. I want to split some little portion and color it with my red clay. I mix this clay with a little bit distilled water, just little touch red clay. I think these colors will be nice together. I let it soak in my oils and we'll see. Also, I have fragrance because this speaks to me like earthy soaps. I choose lavender, patchouli and little bit tea tree essential oils mix. I think that this goes very well with theme. So here I have distilled water and 25% I use sea salt. 25% sea salt. In this recipe I use 38% water, full water, because I want salt as much as possible. In my case, I need 494 grams of water, which means I need the same amount for my lye, which is 180 grams, and the rest is number for your 25% of salt. So I use 180 grams of water for my lye. 75 grams of salt is 25% of from 300 grams of water. So now I want to be sure that my salt is completely dissolved, and because this is very rough salt, it takes some time, and then I add hydroxide. Lye solution became milky because of salt. Don't be scared, it's absolutely fine. I hope that I explained right, but you must subtract the water needed to dissolve the hydroxide, which is at least 1 to 1. It's minimum. So you calculate 25% from the remaining volume of water, and that is the amount of the salt you can use. You can use less salt. The maximum is about 26%. Here I have 70% coconut oil, 10% shea butter. I melt these two down and then I add 20% coconut oil. Perfect. So I put my Dead Sea mud, goat's milk and kaolin right to the oil, and I let it soak. Haha, it's bubbling. Where is my spatula? I let it sit about 15 minutes and then everything mix well together. I can wait. Here is my water with salt. It's completely clear and dissolved. And now we make lye solution. The water starting become milky and never come back to the clear solution because of the salt. Always gloves, goggles. I let it sit to the room temperature, not room. This is very hot. I still see bits of mud, but I think this is nature of the Dead Sea because was dried. I still think that it will be fast today and I have a crazy headache. So I hope I won't mess anything up. Finger crossed. Like always. There is my salt lye solution and you can see that my salt didn't dissolve completely, so it's okay, but I still want to strain it. I don't want any salt in my soap. It's just a little, but I hope you can see. Also, when you make lye solution with higher amount of salt, soap became beautifully white color. I have few I push down anyway. So okay. Let's begin. I also add my fragrance. It smells very nice, earthy. Which was exactly what I want. In this stage I split some formal red clay. Ooh, it's sticking up. This is beautiful. I think these colors match together. First, I think that I use activated charcoal, but I found this gorgeous red clay, so I changed mind and I am happy that this is beautiful. I see the specks of that sea mat, but I think this give us beautiful interest. Wow, perfect. Perfect, perfect. This is great combo. Beautiful earthy, natural colors. Maybe this isn't so fast because I didn't use 100 coconut oil recipe. I have only 70. This is gorgeous. Also, I have to watch. Maybe this start thicken and overheat. So maybe I put it in the fridge. Save some for the top. Maybe I make chopstick. Chop swirl. Another way. Perfect. The fun cutting part still waiting for us. But I like my shapes of soap. That's why I chose make the soap this way. I don't know why I don't like the silicone cavities, or I don't know. Wow, there is still so much soap. Hoo-hoo. Keep it simple. Maybe this time I spritz with a little bit rubbing alcohol. It's gorgeous. Can you see the specks of that sea mat? I hope that the mat is not scratchy. See you later soon for cutting. Bye. I am pour these soaps 2 hours ago, and this is my sample. It's crumbly, it's still soft. Can you see the edges? But it's firm. Wow. But this one, wow, it's very hot. This one looks more firm than this, and I am a little bit nervous. I don't want to pass the window when I am able cut it. So I still think that 2 hours is very soon, but I am a little bit panicking. I'm sorry I don't have my pink hoodie. Only 2 hours. This is beautiful. Hot. I will try because I think it's the right time. Wow, easy peasy. Easy peasy. I love it, baby. It's beautiful. Smooth. This is very gentle, fragile. It's gorgeous. I will put them immediately back. Can you see what I am doing? Wow. I am happy because it's beautiful. This is gorgeous soap. Edges I clean tomorrow. Wow. It was challenge. I love the top and the speckles of matte. And it's amazing that only 2 hours and we have solid soap like this. They are soft but solid and hot. It's strange feeling when you have such a young soap in your hand. What do you think? I have goat's milk and everything seems to be okay. Only 2 hours and I have soap. This is magic. Real magic. So, my babies go back to the bed. Oops. Super. Super. I am happy. Good night. Bye bye. Oof, such a relief. I have this paper box with polystyrene and this is the place for my soap and resting, so I covered and let it rest until the morning. Uh-oh. Come on. Oof. Perfect. I will try beveled edges. The smell is wonderful. The tea tree, lavender and patchouli. I love the swirl. Colors. They are gorgeous, don't you think? Here I have my magic tool from Art Atelier in Czech Republic, but I think they shipping Europe too. It's working. They are not too hard to bevel. Easy peasy. This is a little bit wonky. Why? They are, looks like stone little bit. They has beautiful like cream color, white creamy color. It's a most beautiful salty bar. It's not salt, it's brine soap. I am amazed at how beautiful soap we made today. Here is my leftover from Beveling. I was able to smoosh it. It's still very pliable. It's not hard at all, but the soap is 1 day old and I think it won't lather well. We'll see. Wow. Actually, wow, it's very creamy and gentle. None scratchiness at. Look at, like lotion. Like lotion. I don't feel any scratchiness from the salt, nothing. It will be beautiful soap. 2 months later, it will be amazing. Wow. Great lather. I don't feel any chunks of matte, nothing. Wow. Beautiful.